So in Louisiana, I was in Kenner for 3 weeks, and then I was transferred to West Bank for 3 weeks. And they're both like really close to New Orleans. So they're each like 20 or 30 minutes away. They're just on different sides of New Orleans. And we were in Spanish wards / branches in that area. And so it was really, so we were supposed to work with Spanish people because there were already English sisters there working with the English ones. And so we couldn't do a lot of just tracking because there was a lot of English people. We'd have to like look for, it was kind of like a joke. They would like tell us what signs to look for to find a Spanish family. If there was like a soccer ball in the front lawn, it's probably a Spanish family. Or if they have like a satellite that was like satellite like 300 or 306 or something, meant it was like they got Spanish channels, like all these random things I never would have thought of, but my trainer was like, no, this is a Spanish family. Or there'd be like apartments where almost everyone like spoke Spanish. They kind of like lived together in little groups. And so, but it was definitely a really interesting experience, kind of learning how to find the Spanish people and work with the Spanish people in an English area. You know, you can go to the store and speak English, but then when you're out teaching the people, you're speaking Spanish or looking for them on the street. I just remember like all the little kids in the Spanish families, they go to school, so they all can speak English, and their parents speak Spanish, so they can speak Spanish and English. And they would make fun of me so much, because I mean, I just gotten out there, and they'd be like, they'd ask me something in Spanish like really fast, and then I would try to respond to them, and they would respond in English, like saying, I can't understand anything you're saying, you're not very good at Spanish, la la la. They're like, you're never gonna learn if you don't speak it. I was like, I'm trying to, stop it. And it's just so frustrating because these like 5, 6, 7-year-olds can speak both languages way better than you. But it was good. It was definitely fun to see the Spanish people get together in their wards, and how strong they were. They'd have a sacrament meeting, for all Spanish, but then usually they combined young men's, young women's within the English ward, because the kids, first of all, there wasn't too much youth in the Spanish wards, and then since the kids spoke English, it was good for them to be with the English speaking youth. And so they usually combine the youth together, but then the really exciting elders or priest quorum or high priest quorums were different, because the adults usually didn't speak English. So it was fun to see how that worked. And just in general, the people that we worked with, a lot of them were just like they immigrants from Honduras. That was probably like the biggest country. A lot of people from Honduras, a couple from Dominican Republic or Costa Rica. I think those were like the 3 main countries of the people that we worked with. We also taught English classes, and so that attracted a bunch of people from the community because they all wanted to speak English because they didn't. And so that helped us find a lot of the Spanish people to be like, oh, you speak Spanish? Come to our English class. And then afterwards, like, well, actually, we can teach you more about the gospel. And since I was only there for a little bit, I didn't see a lot of results from this English class, but my companion who actually served there, I remember a lot happening there, and people learning about the gospel and coming to church from coming to English class. So it was pretty amazing.